exert some force on a button, which is number 2. Number 3.
Number 3. Button.
Button. Very good. It's a button. So where do we usually find buttons? Button.
On the clothes.
On the?
On the clothes.
On clothes. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So we've got button for clothes, and what else?
Sweater.
Okay, so all right. So when we're saying clothes, I mean everything that we wear. It's included: clothes, sweater, t-shirts, vest, and all the stuff. And then we've got this other button, right?
Yeah.
Where can we find the second meaning of button? So it's got 2 meanings here: the button that we get on the clothes, and the button on something else. It's good you know that we can get button for clothes. Right, clothes. Right. And on devices. For remember when we have a remote control, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the device, those things that you press, right?
Yeah.
On the devices, right? For example, this is the remote control right here, and then we have these buttons like on the remote control, right? For volume, right? We've got the one for volume, right? To turn the volume up, right? So those things that you press to increase the volume, right, are called buttons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Those are called buttons, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So we've got the red button and those. So this word has got 2 meanings. One, yes, of course, the button that you are talking about in the clothes, and the button which is on devices, right? Like each and every device, most of the devices have a button, the on and off switch in our phones, the on and off switch in our right, right, right. Is also a button, right? And also those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons we have on the remote controls. Okay, so now let's go to number 4.
Number 4. Number 4 is device.
Very good, device. Wow. So can you give us an example of a device? One example.
Device. Umbrella.
An umbrella is a device.
Yeah.
Are you sure? An umbrella is a device. Isn't it a tool? What's right? So right. Usually, what is a device? A device is more tools that use electricity or power, like for example, like batteries or right electronic devices. Okay, so so here we're looking, okay, which is okay. So can you give me an example of an electronic device?
iPad.
An iPad, which is good. All right. Let's go to number 5. Let's go to number 5.
Number 5. Electrical.
Electrical. Very good, right? Electrical. That is right. So then electrical gadget, which is an adjective, right?
Yeah.
Describing what it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Describing the gadget here. Is it a gadget which is got electricity? Right. Okay. So let's go to number 6.
Uh,
Number 6.
Number 6. Electrical.
Number 6. We have done number 5. Look at number 5 and number 6.
Yeah.
There is a different electrical,
yeah.
right? Which is number 5. And now we are at number 6.
Electronic. Electronic.
Very good. Electronic. Right? Electronic, right? Electronic, right? Electronics. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tronic. Very good. So you see, right, there is a slight difference here. We've got tree and tro, which is an IC. Right. So make sure you always read the word, right, and not see the differences, right? Right. So and the electronic, we've got electronic dictionary, and then we've got electronic book, and we've got electronic devices. Electronics, right? Electronics. Good. Right. And number 7.
Number 7. Handheld.
Held. Held.
Held.
Yes. Handheld. Right. So this held is derived from hold, right?
Yeah.
Hold, right?
Yeah.
Handheld. It is something that is you can grasp with your hand, right? Like for example, a handheld drill, and handheld drill, something that you can put and that is a drill that is you can hold it with your hands and use it with your hands, right? Use it with your hands. Then there are those that are so big that we cannot use it physically with our hands, right? Like a handheld screwdriver, handheld screwdriver. And we look at number 8.
Number 8. Plug.
Very good. Right. So, right. Plug. Right. Don't forget plug. So
Plug.
don't forget to pull the plug from the socket, right, after use. Okay. So that is where we insert, right? Where we insert so that we have power, right? So we insert the plug on the wall, right?
Yeah.
we set the plug in the wall, right? In the wall. Right? So because there's holes, sorry, not on the wall, in the wall, right? In the socket. Sorry. Plug it into the socket, into the socket. Plug in. Number 9.
Number
Right?
9.
Plug in.
Plug in.
Yes, so that's why we say you plug in, right, in the socket, right, at the wall. The socket is in the wall again. Right. Now let's, now let's look at number 10 and 12. Number 10.
Number 10. Display.
Display. Very good. Display. It is good. A display. A display. Something that is in front of us, that is shown to either an individual or a group of people, right? A form of a device, right? That is good. That is one definition of display. All right. Let's look at what they're saying. Can you read this statement, please? Can you read this statement, please? Can you read this statement?
When a computer displays information, it shows it on a screen.
It shows it on a screen. Very good. When a computer displays information, it shows it on a screen. So always remember again to breathe when there's a comma, right?
Yeah.
It makes your reading to have a flow, and also for you to catch a breath, right?
Yeah.
That reason is also to have flow, to catch a breath. Well, let's look at our number. Okay, let's go. Our family.
Our family photos are displayed on the wall.
That displayed on the wall. Very good. Right. And the fourth explanation. The fourth explanation here. Yeah.
There's an art electric
Look at the word call. Start with a C. So it's what? Look at this word. How do you say? How do you pronounce this word?
computer.
Right. So if we are to cut here, how are you going to pronounce the words which are left? The whole word here is computer, right?
Yeah.
But we are left with CO. How do you pronounce CO if we have cut off computer? So here, what do we say? How do we say? Le. Then we have yes. Then we've got LL. Cole. All right. And then what about here? What is this word?
Information.
So we have information, right? Information, right? So what about if we overwrite this one?
Mm,
What is the end sound of information? What is the
Shin.
end sound of information? Right?
Shin.
Yes, shin. So what do we have here?
Mm, we have
So this is what I always try to teach you, right? So if you don't know the word, most of the times, because I know you're bright and you can get it. So you need computer, right? We have written, we have got core, right? Then we've got L, the sound of L, right? And then we've got the information. So we've got shin here, shin. So which is collection. So
collection.
collection, right? We've got collect, and the sound of C at the end is k, right? Collection. To collect is to get something from, right? Right. So if I say I want to collect a book from Isabel, it is I want to get a book from Isabel. Right. That is to get something, right? And then whether you use how you use it. So here the collection here is where we are putting taking, for example, we have taken photos of your family, we've taken photos of your friend's family, and we have put them in the wall on the wall, right? So that will be a photo collection. It will be now called a photo collection. But now this is an art collection. So I have collected different arts, right? Pieces, different art pieces, and put them in one room. Right? So that is a collection. That is what we call a collection. Collecting, getting different things and putting them in one building. And actually we can actually say in one building, right? In a building. So that is the collection. So this word is collection. There is an art collection on display at the museum. Very good. There is an art collection on display at the museum. Very good. All right, so now let's go to number 11.
Number 11. Switch on.
Switch on. Very good. Or 10, which is equal to
on.
Right. Switch on the lights or turn on the lights. Switch on the lights, turn on the lights, switch on the lights, turn on the lights. That is what we can do, right? And then we've got the opposite of switch on is, this is the opposite.
Switch off.
Very good. Switch off, turn off. Switch off, turn off. Turn off the lights, turn off the lights, turn off the lights. Very good. All right. And then we can switch off the computer. Once you're done with your typing, please do switch off the computer. That is what we have again. Alright, so now let's look at the next one, which is the last one, right? Which is number 12. What is number 12?
Equipment.
Sorry, come again.
Equipment.
Very good. Equipment. Right.
Equipment.
Very good. Equipment, right? Which is quite good. Now let's look at some statements we say about equipment. Okay, let me just clear. Oh, do you read a piece of equipment, right? A piece of equipment device, right? Well, sports equipment, right? Equipment. So we've got sports equipment, we've got kitchen equipment, we've got office equipment. So what does this mean? What does it mean when they are giving us examples of sports equipment, kitchen equipment, office equipment? It means that equipment, the word equipment is a broad word. It means it's a big word, right? And then we can branch it to different types, like for example, sports equipment, kitchen equipment, office equipment. Then we can even say school equipment, right?
School equipment.
Very good. And then we can also say my car equipment. Car equipment, right?
Car equipment.
And then what else can we say? What type of another equipment you can say?
Fly equipment.
So, flying equipment.
Yeah.
You mean for fly?
Yeah.
Okay, flying equipment. All right, this is my flying equipment, which is good. What else? Always remember
Play equipment.
Sorry?
Play equipment.
Playing equipment. Play, or it is playing equipment. PL. Playing equipment. Right, playing equipment. All right, also that is good. So it can either go into sports equipment or just for kids, right? For example, some playing equipment for kids, right?
Yeah.
So you can also make it as a playing equipment, right? This is the kids playing equipment, which makes it correct. You see, you are absolutely correct. This is the kids playing equipment. They can actually have some equipment to play with, which is good. All right, so let's continue. You see, we have a broader term of playing of equipment, which is good. All right, so now let's go to our vocabulary map. Right. So we've got equipment devices, right? And then, so what is it? So, right. So here, the first one here, which is saying, right, the equipment devices, that is the equipment, type of equipment. And then here, the type, handheld, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can hold it, or what? And then we've got handheld, electrical, and electronic. Right? And then we've got the component, that is the parts, of the equipment. Component, it means the parts, right? That is held, right? That makes the whole device. For example, for our remote, we've got right. For example, let's say our phones, they have a button, right? The on and off button, right? And usually the old models even have the typing button, right?
Yeah.
And then our devices, our phones also have what we call the display, right? The display where we see videos when we're watching on our phones, right? Anything, and also when we see what we are typing, or we can see when someone is calling us, our modern technology, right? And then we've got the plug, the plug noun, right? Usually we will go plug in, right? For example, also our phones, when we charge our phones, we have to plug in the charger, and we can plug it on the wall, in the wall, I mean, sorry to say. And also we have to plug it, right, the other side, which connects to put the power to the charger, to the phone. So we've got two ends that have to be plugged, the socket and the phone. But also when we're looking at the what do we have, the TV, then we have where we have the plug where we put it in the socket. But equipment, and then we've got the verb, right? That is what we do, right? What is the verb? What is a verb? A verb is a doing word. Remember, do something. If I say jump, that is a verb, right?
Yeah.
That is what you do. A verb is a doing word. Something that you make, that makes action. That makes action. For example, like jumping, like also jumping, like also like press, switch on, switch off, plug in. And the other one is the display. It is the verb, right? So the device will be doing something by displaying, right? So which is good. All right, and then we have the last part, which is forced to other. What is the other? Volume, power. We are done with our vocabulary back. Do you have any questions here?
No.
So, oh, that is very good. All right, so now let's look at these these phrases. These, let's see. Number one.
Number one, voice controlled.
Voice controlled.
Luckily, many voice are now
Many.
many are
Sis.
devices are now voice controlled.
Voice control. Remember, Isabel, to make the S sound, right? The S sound depends on which word it is made. Devices, right? Sometimes it's got the Z sound, and sometimes got the S sound, right? So make sure you sound the S sound. Yeah. Number two. Number two. Please read number two.
Number two, switch on off. Soon we will all just tell our TVs to switch on and they will.
Okay. Soon we will be able to tell our TVs to switch on and they will. Alright. Which is quite good. Okay. Right. And that is it. Number three. Number
Number
three.
number three, re- Third from.
Rescue. Rescue.
Rescue. Rescue from.
Good. So what are we saying from rescue from?
Firefighters arrived just in time to rescue him from the freezing water.
From the freezing, where is water?
Freezing river.
River. Very good. Right. So the freezing river. Make sure you don't guess. Sometimes it's good to guess the next word, but right? Sometimes you see it's not good because you have already missed the concept. We will not know now. Was it a river? Okay, it's water. And where was the water from? You know, was he in a bathtub to be rescued in a bathtub? No, because we skipped the river. We thought, okay, maybe we thought he was in an ocean. What was he doing in an ocean? Okay, so okay, and number 4.
Number 4.
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Very good. Hurricane. Very good.
Hurricane.
Very good. So let's look at hurricane. Let's see. So we've got this word, right? Which is hurry, right? You know this one. Hurry, which is quieten, right? Hurry, right? Which is quieten. And then we've got, so now we look at this, the cane, right? Usually used for people, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So we also have a can used by old people, right? Used by old people, right? Right. Used by old people. And then what about the next one? So if you put the Harry right, with an I, and then we get the can. So it's hurricane. Very good. Now let's look at number 5.
Number 5. Social networking.
Very good. Social networking. Good. Networking. She
also tired asking her friend
tried.
tried.
Yes, tried. Also tried asking her
Tried
friends.
asking her friends on social networking says if they could help, but no one asked.
So no one.
Said, no one answered.
This one is
Said.
side.
Side.
So it's sa, which is S-I-A, and I, right?
Yeah.
Right. Sa, eat, right?
Yeah.
Sides.
Sides.
Very good. Right. Like remember, look at this one. Sides, right? Look at this word. What is this word? What is this word? Okay, let me just clear everything up and then look at this word. What is this word? Can you read this word?
Like. Sides.
You see, that is the same thing. And then if it If you put an S, lights, right?
Yeah.
And then so if we put another S here, it's sights.
Size.
Good. Right. So that is good. All right. So the last one is number 6.
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard. Very good. The Coast Guard, right? The Coast Guard. Okay. And that is the last one. The phone content. Can you read?
The film contact the Coast Guard and eman-
The Coast Guard and
and
emergency.
an emergency service that rescues people at sea.
Very good. An emergency service that rescues people at seas, right? Contacted. Contacted. Very good.
Contacted.
Very good. So it contacted, right, the Coast Guard and emergency rescue service that rescues people at sea. Very good. Right, that is part A and very good. Right, so remember how to pronounce such words like likes and sites, right? Always try to find the similarities of word. Yes, of course, some words in English might have the same, what do you call, the same build up of word, but might sound different. But if you look at the most of them have the same sound. Once you can actually have the basis of the sounds, like the basis of the set of the simple sounds we have, we can also find the pronunciations of new words that we always come across in English. All right, so with that, I say to you, have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right, so I will see you next time. Bye bye.
See you next time. Bye bye.